Before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Celeb Dirty. Here are celebrities who immediately regretted their marriages. Number 8, Amanda Seyfried has a successful life, but she misses someone. Mamma Mia star Amanda isn't the kind of celebrity to expose her personal life to the media, but from the subtle things she said, we get the feeling that she might be brokenhearted over her split from ex-Dominic Cooper. In 2013, the actress admitted that she and Dominic still loved each other, even though they'd split. "He'll always be in my life regardless of what his girlfriends or future wife think. I'm never going to be with a guy that can't deal with my friendship with him." That sounds like she still cares for Dominic, and might have some regrets over the way the relationship ended. "We had such an amazing experience, so special and separate from everything else that we'd experienced in life," she said of the relationship later in 2014.
I guess this is what we should be doing. Like, they used to do that. They used to support the mother with the child.
Number 7, listening is a skill Ben McKenzie wishes he'd mastered. When it comes to lessons learned in love and past regrets, Ben McKenzie keeps it pretty simple and straightforward. He's had a few relationships in the past, and the only one mistake he wishes he hadn't made is never actually listening to what his exes had to say. "I love women for being able to knock that's out of you." Though Ben has made mistakes, the most important thing is he sees the error of his ways and is constantly growing as a person and as a partner in his relationships. That's what life is all about.
So that I miss. I miss.
How old were you when you first moved to LA?
Number 6, remember that mess with Calvin Harris and Taylor Swift on Twitter? He wishes it never happened. The relationship and messy breakup between Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris made headlines around the globe and was the talk of the industry for weeks. It was always going to be that way since the people involved are two of the most famous in the world. Calvin doesn't necessarily regret his relationship with Taylor or the fact that it didn't work out, but he doesn't regret not trying harder to keep fans and media out of it. "It took me a minute to realize that none of this matters. I'm a positive guy. For both of us, it was the wrong situation." Number 5, James Franco regrets being a bad boyfriend and not taking his girlfriend to the hospital. For James Franco, his biggest relationship regret isn't a general pattern or a specific person. It's one very simple but very serious mistake he made with one girlfriend a few years ago. All we can say is if you care about your partner and they need to go to the hospital, especially when it's you or your pet that has put them there, you should definitely go with them. James didn't see it that way when his girlfriend was visiting him in New York. "My cat had scratched her in the eye. I had so much work to get done for the day, I didn't take her to the hospital. I had my assistant take her. That moment haunted me so much. What kind of selfish, self-centered boyfriend are you?"
What is essentially beautiful about the need to create and to have your work validated.
Number 4, betraying Robert Pattinson still haunts Kristen Stewart. When you think of Hollywood cheating scandals, the men in the relationships always seem to come to mind first, and in reality that's total BS because women are just as capable of cheating as men are. Case in point, Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson. The actress cheated on her Twilight co-star with film director Rupert Sanders and was open about the fact that it was one of her biggest regrets ever. "I'm deeply sorry for the hurt and embarrassment I've caused those close to me, and everyone this has affected. This momentary indiscretion has jeopardized the most important thing in my life, the person I love and respect the most, Rob. I love him, I'm so sorry." The two were never able to work out the issues between them, but it's good to know that at least Kristen felt remorse for what she did. Number 3, finally, Britney Spears can see marrying Kevin Federline wasn't a good idea. Fans of Britney Spears look back at the Kevin Federline era and shudder. We're not saying it was all his fault, but her whirlwind romance and marriage to the backup dancer certainly ignited Brit's descent into her dark years. She's been through a lot since splitting from Kevin, including dealing with insane media interest, public meltdowns, and being a single mom. But Brit is finally back to her old self, and looking back at that time, she now knows she probably shouldn't have married him in the first place. "I think I married for the wrong reasons," she said on her documentary, For the Record. "Instead of following my heart and doing something that made me really happy, I just did it for the idea of everything."
And she has her sexy mama dress.
And we had their dresses laid out with their shoes.
Number 2, Jude Law is still sorry over the whole nanny incident. When a celebrity messes up and gets themselves caught in a massive scandal, they'll usually do damage control by sweeping in with a public apology. Their publicists are probably the ones advising them to do this, but it doesn't mean that the apologies aren't genuine. Sometimes they're really sorry and regret what they did. Since that broke the hearts of those around him and transformed him from the most desirable man in the UK to dirtbag overnight, we're guessing he meant it when he publicly stated he was deeply ashamed and upset over what he did to Sienna and the rest of his family.
when they're calling me will be sensitive.
Number 1, if Kim could do it all again, she would have married Kanye sooner. During the decade or so that Kim Kardashian has been synonymous with celebrity, she's done a few things that some would find embarrassing, and some would regret. But Kim is a firm believer in learning from past mistakes. If there's one move that she wishes she hadn't made and would take it back if she could, it's not getting together with Kanye West earlier. I went through so many mistakes that must have hurt Kanye. Watching me get married, knowing that's not the right situation for you, she revealed. So it was a great feeling when I was finally like, okay, this is it. My only regret is that I didn't give it a shot sooner. I would have saved so much BS. I feel like I got the fairy tale. I should have had an even higher expectation because I got the fairy tale.
Might get misinterpreted and people don't see the context behind it.
But this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.